Alright, so welcome to yet another Romsky video. By the way, before I get into this video, if you hear any noise, yelling, knocking, that's my niece and nephew just causing a disaster upstairs. Anyway, on with the video. If you've been somewhat in the loop, you literally don't need to do anything. You could literally be home all day. You could live under a rock and you will know, like, the whole COVID-19 issue. And up until now, Canada hasn't really been feeling that much of an impact, except for the past maybe 2 weeks. So I literally just posted a video talking about this whole plan of the new season and trying new things and training and trying to get into the new training regime. And basically, that's all come to a complete halt. Effectively, as of March 13th in the evening, which was yesterday, all rinks in Richmond Hill shut down. And they're saying that they're going to shut down until April 5th. Or April 6th, something in that range, but we don't really know. It's basically one of those things that's like, wait till further notice. And so we sort of scrambled around trying to look for places to skate. Anything that's publicly run, so anything that's run by a city, Toronto, everything's closed. Richmond Hill, everything's closed. Markham, as far as I know, everything's closed. Brampton, Oakville, everything's closed. The only things that are open are some privately owned clubs, so that includes cricket, Granite, maybe there's one or two in Montreal, one or two in British Columbia. It's basically nationwide right now. Most of the rinks are all closed. Montreal might have one or two open, but the problem is, like, once they start, everything's starting to close. So basically, by the time I post this, it's possible that everything closed. Tried getting into cricket or Granite. Cricket and Granite are all... Everyone's doing their own sort of lockdown, so no one's accepting any guests anywhere. Up until today, just today, I was thinking that maybe I could fit myself in and try to train with Trent and Evelyn, I'm sure you guys know. And their rink just closed today, so they're sort of struggling. So effectively, the whole Canadian team, like the whole Canadian national team, is affected in some way. Lots of places just straight up not going to skate for 3 weeks, and that's basically it. I totally understand the circumstances and why they're doing it. And everything's being canceled, right? All these big major events are being canceled. Worlds was canceled. I think the Synchro was canceled. Basically, every major professional league is canceled. NBA, NHL. I'm not sure if the MLB is gonna start going into it or NFL. I'm not really up to I'm not up to speed on those ones, so those are probably going to follow in their footsteps. I understand the circumstance. I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to prevent the spread. They don't want a bunch of people in one place at one time. Basically, I saw this graph, for those of you who think it's overkill. Basically, the best that you can prevent the spread over the course of time, the better it'll be for everyone. So then you'll have like the lowest death count possible. Because then you can actually use whatever resources you have on that lower amount of infected individuals. So I totally understand the circumstances. It's definitely a weird, like every day we're living in a really weird situation. Like I gotta tell you, this whole toilet paper drama, I don't fully understand it. I don't know why you need like 500 rolls of toilet paper. Like, let's say worst case scenario, if we all get locked down in our homes, you still have a shower. You still have access to running water. I don't know the toilet paper craze. That I don't understand. Some foods are starting to get cleaned out. Not completely. Mostly like rice bags. You can start to see the numbers are dwindling a little. But I'm sure that they'll bring them back up. So that's basically my training update. And my training update is that we're not training. And that's not just me. It's basically majority of the Canadian team. Basically who's not in a private club, they have no ice. Unless you can find some private rinks here and there, which maybe we'll try to work on getting. It's no skating for 3 weeks at least. It's a little bit of a bummer, I'm not going to lie. I understand, I totally understand the circumstance. It's just, I wish I could have kept that progress going that I was getting. There's some really crazy obstacles. Out of all the things I would have thought of, like let's say if you asked me last year, like what would I have to go through? This is the last thing I'd ever think of. Straight up closures of everything. We'll see, who knows, maybe I'll be able to find some ice somewhere. I'm not liking my chances though. Literally everything's being closed down. I'm getting these emails from like McDonald's, Cineplex, Starbucks. They're all saying that they're like wiping down their surfaces and they should come out and go, still go visit their locations. And I'm sure they're like cleaning their surfaces. I'm not saying anything against that, but like that's how you know it's desperate. People are definitely not going out as often. I went to Costco today, which is usually jam-packed. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Canada and the GTA area, Costco is packed. It was like half empty, the parking lot. People are not going anywhere right now. So, pretty freaky stuff. I mean, if you look at the fatality rates of the disease, it might not be like crazy high, but that doesn't really help the people who are actually really suffering from it. And I think we still should like do our thing, wash our hands, prevent the spread in general. Just because you get infected and you're going to be healthy doesn't mean that it should be at the expense of someone else, right? So let's just try our best to get through it. That's all we can do. And for those of you guys who are panicking, my parents used to always tell me, don't worry about things that you can't control. There isn't that much we can do. We can just take care of hygiene, clean surfaces. Other than that, there isn't a whole lot we can do. That's probably why people are buying toilet paper, I feel. Maybe they feel like they're getting something done. They're going to be ready for like a lockdown with toilet paper. I don't know. I can't see how I can use like 5,000 rolls of toilet paper, but hey, you do you. Anyway, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe if you want to see some more training updates, which are probably not going to be on the ice anyway, but I'm sure I'll be able to make some content since I'm not at the rink as much anymore. I think let's all just, I guess, take responsibility, do your thing, wash your hands, try to be as hygienic as possible, and limit the spread of this pretty insane pandemic at this point. Every day it's like really weird world that we're living in. It's literally like the zombie apocalypse, except it's a zombie that you can't see. Oh, weird stuff. Anyway, catch you guys in the next video. Ooh.